Hi students, welcome to today's class. Dear children, today we start a new lesson, that is small concept. This lesson has 4 units, but as a part of reducing the syllabus, you have to study only the third unit. So today we are going to study the third unit. In the previous class, we have studied about percentage composition and empirical formula. Today, let us study the calculation of empirical formula from the percentage composition. The empirical formula can be calculated from the percentage composition of the compound as follows. The percentage weight of oxygen, carbon or hydrogen, these are the necessary elements in every organic compound, is sometimes not given. Hence, it is first determined by subtracting the sum of other elemental percentages from 100. The percentage weight of each element is divided by its atomic weight. This gives the ratio of the number of atoms in a molecule of the compound. If the molecule contains water of crystallization, the percentage weight is divided by the molecular weight of water. The molecular weight of water is 18. This gives the ratio of the number of water molecules in one molecule of the compound. Water of crystallization is the amount of water molecule associated with a crystal. To get a whole number ratio of atoms of different elements and water molecules, the numbers obtained in steps 2 and 3 are divided by the smallest number. The empirical formula is now derived by writing the symbols of various elements side by side with the number of atoms of each one as the subscript to the lower right of its symbol, which will be more clear from an example. Let us do one example. You can see here we have to find out the empirical formula of the compounds with the following percentage compositions. Zinc equal to 47.8, Cl equal to 52.2. Let us find out the empirical formula of this compound with the percentage composition of zinc having 47.8 percentage and chlorine with 52.2 percentage. For doing this numerical, first we have to draw 5 columns. In the first column, write element. Second column, percentage composition. Third one, atomic mass. Fourth, atomic ratio. And finally, in the fifth column, you have to write simplest ratio. Here, which are the elements present in the compound? Yes, zinc and chlorine. So, in the column of element, we write zinc and chlorine. You have to use the symbol only. Zn for zinc and Cl for chlorine. Okay. In the second column, write the percentage composition of both these elements. What is the percentage composition of zinc? It's given as 47.8. And the percentage composition of chlorine is given as 52.2. In the third column, we have to write the atomic masses of these elements. The atomic mass of zinc is 65 and that of chlorine is 35.5. Sometimes only atomic mass will be given in the question, or you have to write the atomic mass by your own. In the fourth column, we have to find the atomic ratio of these elements. How can you find the atomic ratio of these elements? For that purpose, you have to divide the percentage composition by atomic mass. Here, what is the percentage composition of zinc? 47.8. What is the atomic mass of zinc? 65. So, the ratio of percentage composition to the atomic mass gives you the atomic ratio. Here, the atomic ratio of zinc is 47.8 divided by 65 and the value is 0.73. And how to find out the atomic ratio of chlorine? The same way, you have to divide the percentage composition of chlorine by its atomic mass. What's the percentage composition of chlorine? 52.2. What is its atomic mass? 35.5. So the atomic ratio of chlorine is 52.2 divided by 35.5 and its value is 1.46. Now in the last column we have to find the simplest ratio. How can we find the simplest ratio? From this atomic ratio you have to select the smallest number. Here we have got the atomic ratio as 0.73 and 1.46. Atomic ratio of zinc equal to 0.73 and that of chlorine equal to 1.46. Which one is the smallest one? Yes, of course, 0.73. So you have to select that number 0.73. Then to find the simplest ratio, you have to divide the atomic ratio with the simplest or the smallest ratio. So here you will be getting for zinc the smallest ratio or the simplest ratio will be 0.73 divided by 0.73. The value is 1. And in the case of chlorine, how to find the simplest ratio? Yes, you first write the atomic ratio 1.46 divided by the smallest number, that is 0.73. That is equal to 2. 1.46 divided by 0.73 equal to 2. Now you got the simplest ratio. The simplest ratio for zinc equal to 1 and that of chlorine equal to 2. Isn't it? So we can say that the ratio of zinc to chlorine atoms, isn't it? The simplest ratio of zinc equal to 1 and that of chlorine 2. Therefore, the ratio of zinc and chlorine atoms equal to 1 is to 2. Therefore, the empirical formula of the compound is Zn1Cl2. It can be written as ZnCl2. And you know that the empirical formula is the smallest formula or the simplest formula which gives the ratio of atoms of each element present in that compound. It is the simplest formula which gives the ratio of atoms of each element present in that compound. So here we got the empirical formula as ZnCl2. This is the way by which we calculate the empirical formula of a compound from the percentage composition. Clear? Let us do another example. Find the empirical formula of the compounds with the following percentage composition. Mg equal to 9.76 percentage, S equal to 13.01 percentage, O equal to 26.01 percentage, H2O equal to 51.22 percentage. Here the percentage of a water molecule is given as 51.22 percentage. So it is clear that this compound contains water of crystallization. So we have to find out the empirical formula of this compound. The elements present in this compound are magnesium, sulfur, oxygen, and of course the compound contains water of crystallization. So what is the first step to do this? First and foremost, you have to draw columns. How many columns that you have to draw? Yes, 5 columns you have to draw. Okay. Then, what's written in the first column? Element. Second column, percentage composition. Third one, atomic mass or molecular mass. Fourth one, ratio of atomic mass or ratio of molecular mass. Why it is given as atomic or molecular mass? See here, you can see the water of crystallization. Water exists as a molecule. Okay. Then in the last column, what you have to write? Yes, simplest ratio. Okay. So we have made 5 columns and we have written these 5 columns. What we have to do, that is written Then let us fill the first column. What is the first column? Element or compound. In that what you have to write? Which are the elements here? Magnesium is there. Then sulfur. Then oxygen. Then water of crystallization or water molecule H2O. So MgSO H2O. Second column what you have to fill? In the second column you have to write the percentage composition of these elements. So let us write the percentage composition. What's the percentage composition of magnesium? 9.76, that is written. S equal to 13.01 percentage. Oxygen O equal to 26.01, and the percentage composition of water of crystallization is equal to 51.22 percentage. Okay, that also is done. Then what we have to do? Third column we have to fill. What's the third column? Atomic mass or molecular mass. The atomic mass of magnesium is 24. As already said, sometimes atomic mass will be given in the question itself. Okay. So the atomic mass of magnesium is 24. Sulfur it is 32. And the atomic mass of oxygen is 16. Now we have to write the molecular mass of water. You know, water exists as a molecule. That is why it is said as molecular mass of water. Of course, you know, you have studied it. It is 18. Now we have to fill the most important column, that is the fourth column. What is it? Yes, ratio of atomic mass or molecular mass. For that what we have to do? We have to divide the percentage composition by atomic mass. Here first let us do the find out the ratio of atom of magnesium. What is the percentage composition of magnesium? 9.7. What is its atomic mass? 24. So how to find out the ratio of atomic mass? Yes, 9.7 24. What's the value? 0.406. Okay. Then let us do it for sulfur. How to do it? The percentage composition of sulfur is given as 13.01. What is its atomic mass? 32. So how to find the ratio of atom? 13.01 divided by 32, that's equal to 0.406. Then for oxygen, the percentage composition is 26.01. Its atomic mass is 16. Therefore, the ratio of atomic mass or atomic ratio will be equal to 26.01 divided by 16, that is equal to 1.625. Then for water of crystallization or for water molecule, the ratio can be found out as 51.22, that is the percentage composition of water, divided by 18. 18 is the molecular mass of water. So 51.22 divided by 18, that is equal to 2.84. So we got the atomic ratio. Now let us do the final step. What is the final step? Yes, we have to find the simplest ratio. How can we find out the simplest ratio? For that what we have to do? Yes, we have to select the smallest number from this ratio of atom or molecule, or from the atomic ratio. We have to select the smallest number. Which is the smallest number among these ratio? First we got the ratio as 0.406. Second also we got as 0.406. Third one we got as 1.625, and for water molecule it is 2.84. So which is the smallest number? Yes, 0.406. You can circle it so that you will not be confused. So circle it, please circle it, that value 0.406. Then to find the simplest ratio, what we have to do? Yes, you have to divide each atomic ratio by the simplest, each atomic ratio by the smallest number. So in the first column we will be getting 0.406 divided by 0.406, that's equal to 1. In the second column also the simplest ratio is 0.406 divided by 0.406, that's equal to 1. Then in the third For third one, that is for oxygen, the simplest ratio is 1.625 divided by 0.406, that is equal to 4. And for water molecule, it is 2.84 divided by 0.406, that's equal to 7. Now we got the simplest ratio. For magnesium it is 1, for sulfur also it is 1, and for oxygen it is 4, and for water molecule it is 7. So what will be the ratio of these elements and water molecule present in the compound? It will be 1:4:7. Then how can we write the empirical formula of this compound? Yes, it is Mg1S1O4. Then it is, I told you, water molecule is a water of crystallization. Then we can write it as 7H2O. Mg1S1O4, that can be written as MgSO4. Then we have the water of crystallization as 7H2O. So the empirical formula of the compound is MgSO4 7H2O. Got it? It will be more clear to you when we practice more and more examples. Let us wind up today's class. Thank you.